Alright, hello my wonderful students. This is Foldable number 2, section 4.4, solving polynomial equations by factoring. Similar to the first one, let me zoom in here a little bit. Right there's pretty good. Similar to the first foldable, we're going to be solving these polynomials by factoring. And then if you have a graphing calculator, you can go ahead and check your answers and to show the zeros and stuff that we're going to find. And you can check to see if it has an extra turning point, or like instead of having only one turning point, it would have 3. That means if it has imaginary numbers, it would show that it is a it has imaginary numbers. Okay, so go ahead and get started. Just like the last one, I noticed that we have an x squared and x squared and x to the 4th power. So I know once again I can go ahead and substitute a equals x squared. And wherever I have an x squared, I can just put a squared. Oh, yeah, because x to the 4th is equal to x squared. So I can x to the 4th is equal to a squared, which is a squared, minus 3a equals 4. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 4 to both sides. You could have did this process first. It doesn't really matter the order you do it in, as long as you get it done. So it's going to be a squared minus 3a minus the 4. 4 minus 4 subtracts to 0. And then we're pretty much set. Now we're going to go ahead and do our x factor. Numbers that multiply to equal -4, add to equal -3 would be, can't be 2 and 2, so it would have to be 1 and 4. Because the 3 is negative, we'd have to use a -4 there. That means that this is going to be equal to a plus 1 and a minus 4 equals 0. So we're going to go ahead and go back and substitute back the equation here. So we have x squared plus 1 and x squared minus 4 equals 0. Then this is actually a difference of 2 squares. So I know the second part is going to be x minus 4 times x plus 4. But this one we're actually going to have to solve for. So we have x squared plus 1 equals 0. Minus 1 minus 1. X squared is equal to -1. Square root. X is equal to I. Excuse me. Plus or minus I. Because it could be either or. So, and we know these here. Oh, that's what I did. This is actually going to be 2 and 2. Sorry about that. Difference of 2 squares, that means this is x squared minus 2 squared, not 4 squared. That's how we have 2's there. I was thinking I thought it was going to be 2 and positive 2. Alright, so that means our zeros, so our x is going to be, this goes to 2, this goes to -2, and then we're going to have an positive I and a negative I. Once again, if you graph this graph is going to look kind of something like this. It's going to kind of go touch at -2, kind of go something like this, do something like this, and go back up at +2. I'm not sure if it really does this or not. You can kind of put it into your graph, but I know it's going to have some kind of turning point, because since you have 4 zeros, but only 2 intersect, that means the extra 2 zeros that are imaginary will turn but never intersect the graph here.